Most Americans are like me, generally concerned about global warming, but I'm not sure we understand just how quickly it's happening. This chart helps put it in sharp focus. See those three bars at the end that are way higher than the rest? They show that on 78% of the world's land, a high temperature record has been set in the 21st century. Worse, the highest bar is the newest, showing 38% of the world's land has set heat records just in the 2020s, even though the decade is only halfway over, and almost no records were set before the 20th century. Zeke Housefather, a scientist at Berkeley Earth, put together that chart, which pairs well with this one from NASA. It shows the change in average global surface temperature over the past 145 years. That recently hit 1.3 degrees Celsius, or about 2.3 degrees Fahrenheit, above pre-industrial averages. We're getting dangerously close to the stretch goal of the 2015 Paris Agreement to limit heating to 1.5 degrees. Beyond that level, the heat waves and other climate disasters we're already suffering will get much worse. These charts are also answers to at least two big talking points climate change deniers use to slow action and keep the world burning fossil fuels longer. First, there was the claim President Donald Trump recently made at the UN that the world has actually cooled since the 1930s. This is obviously wrong. Maybe it cooled for a little bit after that decade, but these charts show it has heated up steadily for the past 50 years. In fact, look at this third chart, which goes all the way back to the last ice age, and you'll see we're living in the hottest time in at least thousands of years. Burning fossil fuels is helping humans erase the cooling of an entire ice age almost overnight. The second denier talking point is that the world was hotter in the 1930s just because the US was hotter then. It did have more heat waves, and some temperature records from that decade are still standing. But that heat was a temporary local blip that came from bad farming and bad timing. We tore up the Midwest soil just as warm ocean water led to a series of droughts. The rest of the planet was just as cool as ever, and the US cooled down again, temporarily. But now, we're all as hot as we've been in recorded human history, and the trend is moving in the wrong direction. We have the power to stop it, but climate deniers want us to keep burning fossil fuels, which will keep the heat rising. We need to fight back, starting with evidence like this.